So I think the common theme of today's stories is pride and humility. Pride is this weird, difficult, dangerous sin. It's a shape shifting sin and it can come in many forms. So you think automatically, I think pride is, oh, when you're just proud about how, strong you are or how good looking you are or how much money you have. And actually, yeah, that's pride about things that maybe it's not worth getting proud about, but you can be proud about other things and in other respects as well. The Sadducees show us that. The Sadducees were a group of Jews that didn't believe in the resurrection. That's why they were very sad, you see. Not really, but that's what they didn't believe, the resurrection. That in itself, I think, is a form of pride. They didn't think that God was willing or had the power to raise the dead, and obviously Jesus disproves them from the scriptures. But they have this pride about God doesn't do supernatural things today. That's not how He operates. I think there's a degree of pride in that attitude. And the second group Jesus picks up, the teachers of the law, their pride comes out in a different form. They love to pray these long prayers where everyone's just like, look how, the prayer is really kind of a look how awesome I am prayer. Are you telling me you've never prayed one of those prayers in a prayer group? Of course you have, because you're just like me. We sit there and we think, right, I'm going to pray this really impressive prayer that's full of faith and great analogies. And actually, the truth is we're not talking to God, we're talking to everybody else in the group. Pride can come out in all sorts of ways, and the widow shows us how to beat and defeat pride. What does she do? Number one, she puts her money in, and it seems like she does it very discreetly, almost just in secret. Number two, she sacrifices. This is everything that she's got. And number three, it creates in her a sense of dependence. So how do we beat pride? Do stuff in secret is the first thing. Stop telling people about all the awesome stuff that we're doing. Let's not put it on Twitter. Let's not put it on Facebook. Let's do some good things that no one will ever find out that it's us. That makes it more difficult. Secondly, sacrifice. Pride often involves big, superfluous, grand, fancy, fluffy actions that look really impressive, but they don't usually cost the person that's doing it very much. It's more stuff we're doing for show. And when there's a real genuine sacrifice involved, it's much more difficult for pride to grow in a place of this is really costing me, because we feel our own weakness, we feel our own vulnerability. So to do good things, whether it's giving financially or it's giving of time or it's forgiveness or whatever it might be, something that costs us but pleases God. When there's sacrifice involved, pride is less likely to take root. And the third thing is, this widow seems to not be giving out a sense of duty, but out of a willingness to depend on God. She gives everything that she has to live on. So what does she live off after that? The promises of God is what she has to live off. And for us, to put ourselves in a place of dependence and to daily be sort of like, gosh, I really need you, Lord, that is a great antidote to pride as well.